Letters. Rita SHIRL. August 11th, 1945. From Tucson, Ray writes, Ahoy, Petunia. Say, last night I went to the show and saw Over 21. It was a swell picture and all that. There were a couple of shots with Alexander Knox that made me sit with my mouth open. Holy huckleberries, he looks so much darn like your pop. I was actually amazed. He's a little bit thinner, but outside of that, there's a great similarity. Make sure you see it. Friday. Flew all day yesterday and just got time now to finish this. I checked with the photo department and found out I got 6 hits on those radar runs. Goody goody. Aside from that, there's nothing of a technical interest I can think of. I suppose I should say something about all the news floating around. I will. Let's wait until it's all over and then we can get excited. There are still guys getting killed. If by some chance it's all over in a couple of weeks, you can start collecting some of my trouser size 11 stockings, bobby sock style. Must contain bright red, green, purple. Neckties must be seen at 500 yards at midnight. I reserve the right to pick out my own unmentionables, if there are any. I'll have to write home and have Mom send my corduroy sport coat to the cleaners. See if you can send a yellow hat with blue and yellow feathers in it. That's for me. Do you need soap? Got another letter from Eddie, which I must answer today. My portraits will be ready next Saturday. You gotta buy 3 of them. What am I gonna do with the extra one? Should I send it to Hollywood? Was last week horrible? Does the collapse of the Japanese stock market have any effect on the banks here? Bah humbug, gotta fly. Sunday, still trying to get you some more cigarettes. Not so successful this time, maybe next week. Did you get a flask yet? In one of my letters, I mentioned that Ken and I are getting old. My mom wrote back and said, I'm not going backwards myself. You know something? As we get older, almost everyone we know gets older too. Isn't that amazing? The whole damn world is getting old. Humph. It's enough to make one cry in one's beer. The pennies are short of soap, so I must go on one of my raids. I could easily become an arch scoundrel. I ain't got no scruples. Did I ever tell you this joke? I think I did. She. I like Kipling. He. Okay, let's kipple. Unless you're in a certain mood, it isn't quite so hilarious. Well, anyway, it's clean. Uncle Gene has a ruptured appendix in the North Woods or something. By the way, how are your appendix lately? Some unnice person hooked my HSC hat, and now I must wear an uncrushed one, confound it. Do you think that oyster dressing is much better than sage? Something went wrong at the laundry, and all my extra white shorts are pale blue. Quite attractive. Gotta go over to the club and check the latest news. Bye, darling. I love you, Ray.